Hey guys, I'm Shamar and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you guys a recipe that you guys have been begging me to make on this channel. So I figured today, I'm making dinner anyway, so might as well go ahead and cook it. So today I'll be showing you guys how Shamar, makes her Jamaican oxtail recipe. For Sunday dinner, I'm going to be making some rice and peas and some salad and plantains on the side. So I figured I'll take you guys along just to show you guys how I create this dish, my recipe, and I hope you guys enjoy. So here we have the oxtail, and this is how it looks cut up. We went to our local like meat market and we got one like oxtail and had them cut it up small. This is a little bit big, but it was the shape of the oxtail itself. So usually I like them around this size, but as long as you get them cut up small enough, that's fine. We have the seasonings that we'll be using, so I just wanted to show you guys before I start. So we have some seasoning salt. Larry's is really good. Garlic powder, even though we have minced garlic as well. Your choice, you could use either of them. Some black pepper. Allspice is like these pimento balls. Secret ingredient is this jerk sauce. Put some of that in there and it gives you a lot of flavor. A little bit of salt, a toops of salt, as a Jamaican would say. And then I have these the seasoning from Jamaica, but as you can see, they are running out. But most of you guys probably won't have these at your local grocery store because I got these from Jamaica. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of what I have left in there, but you don't necessarily need them. And then I have some complete seasoning, so you could kind of add your own base seasonings if you want. Also, I like to add some Maggi. It's kind of like a substitute for the Jamaican seasoning that I get from Jamaica. It's like really close, so I like to add a little bit of this in there as well. Also going to show you guys some of these dry seasonings that I put in to my oxtail. I have, of course, a green sweet pepper, some onion, scotch bonnet pepper, thyme, scallion, and some ginger that we're going to cut up to add a little bit of flavor to it. Now we're going to go ahead and season the meat with all that I just showed you guys. If you have time, I would say do it like the same day, like hours before or the night before, so it could really marinate before you start cooking. But I didn't do that, so we're just going to have to roll with it and make sure to come out really good. So let's get into the seasoning. Also forgot to mention that you will need some browning. This is the brand that I use from Grace. This is what gives the oxtail its color. So you just want to use this to use any amount that you would like to get the color that you want. If you want it dark or you want it brown, just like kind of eyeball it, as I do with all, well, he does with all the other seasonings. You're also going to need some butter beans. You don't have to add this, but it does add a little bit of flavor to it. You want to be careful when adding the jerk to it because it is really spicy, especially if you're adding more pepper to it. So just add like a teaspoon, if that. So now you're gonna put your pot on the stove and you're gonna add some oil and let it heat up for a little bit. This is called like browning the oxtail, so you're not fully, well, you can't fully cook them through. You're just gonna get the outside like seared in a sense. So we're gonna add that once the oil heat up. When you're putting the oxtails in, you don't want all like the onions and scallions to get in there, so you want to like shake off your oxtail and put it in like this, not just dump everything in there. At least I don't. So you just want to like shake it off and put the oxtail by itself. While the oil is heating up, I'm going to take a little bit more of the minced garlic, just a tad bit, and put it in the oil. So now that you can see that the oil is hot because the garlic is like frying, you're just going to take your oxtail and put them in the oil. Yeah, so what I mean by not putting all the seasoning in the pot is what I mean. Let me show you guys. So as you can see, the oxtail is all in there, and I still have like my scallion and thyme and stuff in the bowl. I'm gonna leave that for later. As for now, you just want to stir this around. And I didn't put any water in there yet. This is just the oxtail creating its own water with the oil. I'm just gonna stir it around and let it do its thing, and then we're gonna cover it. That's all you do. See, there is some like onions and stuff in there. I'm not that specific with it, but I just didn't want to dump everything in. So we're gonna cover this and let this do its thing for a little bit, but keep an eye on it because the water's gonna dry out and you're gonna have to add water yourself. Just wanted to show you guys how the oxtail kind of like produce its own water, but it's not enough, because this is not gonna allow it to cook how I want it to cook. So what I did was I just heated some hot water in the microwave, and I'm gonna pour it all over it. And I try to get it to cover the oxtail that I have in the pot. Now I know the oxtail is dark. Remember that the browning is what determines how dark you go. So if you don't want your oxtail this dark, you don't have to put that much brown in. But we also put like water on it, so that kind of gets rid of some of the brownness. So just keep that in mind as well, because I'm gonna add another batch of water after this one boils down. So just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna make sure that my oxtail is in the water like that, and then I'm going to put it on like medium heat. Like around 5-ish, and I'm gonna cover this and let it cook for like until I see the water going down. Then I'm gonna add some more water and I'll check back in with you guys. I do want y'all to keep in mind that oxtail does take a minute to cook, so you have to have some, you know, patience. And if you probably need to start early to cook. We did get a late start, but whatever. So I'm gonna cover this, let it do its thing. It is a harder meat, so you want it to like, you know, tender and get soft. So that's why you gotta put in the water and put it like medium heat so it could slow cook in a sense. If you have a pressure cooker, you can do that as well. It cooks it a lot faster, but pressure cookers are scary to me, so I don't have one, so I use my Dutchie. Anyways, while that's going, I'm gonna start on my rice. I did go ahead and already boiled my peas earlier today because I know I was going to be cooking. So my peas is, I would say, 80% done. So you can see, like, I could squish one of them and it will pop open. So it's 80% done, and I had turned it off, so now I'm just letting it heat back up. As you can see, it's starting to heat up, and in the meantime I'm gonna wash my rice, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do my rice and peas. We're gonna get started on the rice. First of all, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. The beans are pretty much cooked. So these are the beans that I got. It's Goya kidney beans. You can pick them up just like this. If you boil them, They do take a long time to boil, so that's why I had them going earlier. Then added to the water, I'm gonna just add some coconut milk. You could use the liquid one, or you could use the powder, or you could use the real coconut. I specifically like this one over the powder because you have to like mix out the powder to get out the clumps. So being that that's in there, I'm going to add some scallion, so green onion. You want to like squeeze it up so the flavor could come out. A Scotch bonnet pepper, usually it's green, but I don't have green ones, so this is gonna work. And then some thyme, add that in. And then you're gonna take some salt and add some salt. You don't want to have a salty rice, but you just want to add a good amount of salt. And some oil. Add some oil in there. This kind of like separates the rice and don't make it like clumpy, salty. And then after that, we're gonna add some brown sugar, which is something that my mom taught me. A lot of people don't add sugar into their rice, but I do, and it definitely gives the rice and peas a whole different flavor. So I'm adding the pure cane sugar, light brown. And don't judge me, you add how much you want. Mix that up. And then you want to taste it. So the taster is where you see if you need to add more sugar, more salt. I think a little bit more salt would go. Alright, let's see. That tastes good. So then you're gonna take your washed rice and just pour it in here. Stir it. To get good rice and peas, you don't want to have too much water in the rice. Like you don't want to have too much liquid to rice ratio, because rice could steam just off the steam. Like it could be cooked just off this. Well, I don't think it could be cooked just off the steam, but you want to get it to the point where it's soft enough where the steam could finish it, and that's how you won't get like soft clumpy rice. You want to have it so where that you could kind of see some of the peas. Like you don't want that much water where the water is up here and all the peas and stuff is down here. You just want it lightly covering the rice. So my rice is like down here, the water is on top, if that makes sense. And then you're gonna put it on like medium heat or a little under medium, like around 4-3, and cover it until the water goes down. Once the water goes down, we're gonna turn it down to low. So we're gonna let that go, and we could check on our oxtail. That's cooking. It's gonna be time to add some more water soon, but I'm waiting till most of this dry down, and then I'm gonna see how soft it is so I could determine how much water to add. All right, you guys, so I went ahead and added another thing of water, and I added it because the oxtails wasn't cooked all the way through. How I know is because I took my fork and like I stick it in there and it's still like hard. So if your fork slides in, then that means it's done and it's tender. But if it's still giving you pushback, it's not done cooking. So I just put another thing of water to cover it, and then I'm gonna let that do its thing again. That was like a good 45 minutes for the first one. Then it's probably gonna take another 30 to 45 minutes for the second one. And I also wanted to show you guys how the rice came out. So this is how the rice looks. And you can see it's not clumpy. Came out pretty good. I did have it on low once the water go down. So yeah, I'm just letting this steam for maybe another 10 minutes and then this is done.
Alright, so now we're adding the vegetables all into the oxtail now. All your onions and peppers. Also, you want to stir this up. I added it in now because if you put the onions and peppers in there when you first put the oxtail in there, it's going to like dissolve into the meat. You kind of don't want that yet. You want it to just get soft and like the flavors to get into the meat as it cooks on this last little 15 or 20 minutes. Also, I'm going to add our butter beans out of a can. Pour some of the water off the butter beans, but we're going to add it in here. This gives it that, you know, finishing touch flavor. I think without the butter beans, the oxtails won't come out right.
While Tavares is doing that, I'm over here making homemade pineapple juice. I boiled my pineapple skin and I cut this up. Now I'm about to use the NutriBullet right here to blend it up. So that's why he's taking over.
Now I'm adding a little brown sugar. Because we add sugar to everything around this joint. So you just want to gauge it yourself. There's no really like set. I mean, you could always add or you can't really subtract, so you can always add. I suggest you go lighter than heavier. You can always add, like I said. We're gonna add some ketchup. Mix this up. Get a nice mixture going. And in about 5 minutes, we let it cook for about 5 minutes. We come back and taste it, see what it tastes like.
All right, you guys, so final product coming soon. I just wanted to get on here and say, y'all, this meal takes some time. I started around 5:30 and let's just say it took me 3 hours to get the oxtail to the texture that I like, you know, kind of falling off the bone in a sense. I want it tender, not too soft but not chewy. I also made some pineapple juice from scratch. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that. I didn't really record it because this video would have been way too long. I also fried some plantain, and baby made some festival from scratch. So if y'all want to see that, just let us know. But now I'm going to show you guys the final product. So y'all ready? Y'all ready? Hold on. So this is the final product. Can you guys see it? Oxtail, salad, plantain, festival, and rice and peas, and of course my freshly juiced pineapple juice. If you guys do try this recipe and like it, let me know. Or if you do something different, let me know. But don't come attacking me in them comments, because like I said, this is how I make mine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. You guys have been asking me over and over again. So y'all need to get this video to like 10K views. Okay.
This week.
10K views this week. That boy don't got a shirt on, so I ain't putting him on camera. But anyways, love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.